All right, kia ora, everyone. Last week I shared the new PowerFX interpreter and gave you a quick step-by-step guide on how to use it. Thought I'd just do a quick follow-up video for those of you who prefer a video to follow along with and how to use this really exciting new tool that lets you use PowerFX in VS Code with a little bit of help and some IntelliSense and formula syntax suggestion. So let me go ahead and share my screen and I'm going to take you through how to use this. All right, so the first thing that we need to do, apart from getting rid of that Teams bar, is we need to install the PowerFX interpreter into VS Code. So you're just going to come to the Visual Studio Marketplace, look for the PowerFX interpreter, and then install that into VS Code. Once you've done that, you're ready to go. So let's open up VS Code and see this in action. Now you can see here that I've got just a plain text file with some PowerFX expressions in it. And so what I want to do is I want to PowerFXify them. And the way I do that is I need to save this as a .fx file. That's how the interpreter works. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to File and say Save As, and it's going to give me the file save window. Firstly, I want to come down here to Save As Type, scroll up, choose All Files, and then let's give it a name and you're going to say .fx. That .fx file extension is going to let the interpreter know to render this as a PowerFX file. So let's go ahead and save that. And just like that, our plain text file with PowerFX expressions has been PowerFXified. We've got the PowerFX logo. We've got some nice color coding to give us some guidance around nesting and syntax. If I go and remove a bracket, you can see this turns red to let us know something is missing. We put the bracket back in and it lets us know that we're good. It also gives us some formula suggestions and help. So for example, if I start typing and I say count, you can see it's starting to suggest things to me. So if I say count rows, and it's suggesting things, contacts, accounts. Now, one thing you're going to notice is I don't get the dot notation that like I do in the Maker portal. So, when you click, say, accounts and dot, and it's going to give you name and phone number and that type of thing, that's not available in this PowerFX interpreter, but it is still pretty useful because it gives me formula suggestions, shows me syntax errors, just gives me some nice formatting, makes it easier when you have to write those big complex PowerFX expressions that can be a bit of a challenge when you've got reduced real estate in other parts of the Power Platform. So that is how to get the PowerFX interpreter installed into VS Code and what you can start to do with it. Before we go, I want to show you one more cool thing that you can do with it. In VS Code, we can run PowerFX in a command line interface. Now, I am so low code that before Rami showed me this last year, I thought CLI was a detective series on Netflix. But for those of you who haven't tried it, the PowerFX CLI is incredibly useful. So let me go ahead and invoke this. I'm going to say pack power-fx REPL. And what this does is it lets me run PowerFX commands in my command line interface. Now, in this PowerFX REPL, there is a character limitation. So if I have to run a big complex formula, let's say I want to copy paste this in, you can see that we're missing. Oh, no, it's all there. Sorry, it's late, guys. Brain's fried. But if I hit return, it doesn't like it. So there is a character limitation. Anyways, what I want to show you guys is PowerFX Run, which is the way around all that. So unfortunately, this is my third, fourth attempt at the demo. Brain's a little fried. It's not cooperating. But there is a character limitation. Was hoping to show it, but didn't pray hard enough to the demo gods. All right, so what you want to do when you are up against this character limitation. Let me go ahead and kill this terminal and let's start a new one. Is we can run pack power effects run. So if compact dash power effects run, this is going to let me invoke a file filled with power effects instructions. So what I've done is I've saved a file with this. So what I want to do is I want to create 10 random contacts in Dataverse based on these first and last name tables that I've created, and it's just going to randomly pull first and last names from these tables and create it. But what I want to do is I want to do it with my .fx file. So in the past, I've done this with text files because that was the option. But now that I've got this ability to use this PowerFX interpreter and PowerFXify my files, can I write my big complex language and then invoke it in the command line interface? So let's take a quick look. Let's give ourselves a little more real estate here. So we're going to say pack power-fx run. Now we need to specify the file. Come here quickly, and I've got demo.fx, and that file contains these instructions here. And let's stipulate echo, and that will play back what it's done to us in the command line. So let's go ahead and hit enter. This is going to go ahead and run. So we're connecting to the environment, and it's going to go ahead and run this power effects formula and create 10 random contacts for me in Dataverse. So we'll give this a second to do its thing. All right, look at that. So we've created 10 random contacts. Let's come over to Dataverse real quick, to my contacts, wrong window. Here we go. And filter by created on. And you can see in the last minute, actually this minute, we created 10 random contacts. Now, what's really cool about that is I did this from a .fx file. So I wrote my power effects, saved as a .fx file. So I get all this syntax help and formula suggestions and whatnot. And then I was able to run it in the command line interface. So pretty cool capability. All right, that is it from me. Just a quick demo to show you how to use the PowerFX interpreter in VS Code and that you can do some cool stuff like use it to work in the command line interface. That's all from me. Go do something awesome on the Power Platform today, and I'll talk to you all soon.